it's Wednesday, so you know what it is, what it do, what it is. I am the Grizz, Dakota Griswold. Welcome back to Yesterday Today. This, of course, is the show where I bring you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday today. And we got some stuff to talk about. Sony developing gaming earbuds and an alternate ending to God of War Ragnarok that didn't get put in there, but we'll see about that. In Xbox, they clarify their statements on the Gamepass cannibalizing game sales. But if you are new here, hit that red subscribe button and turn on all of those notification bells, because I post every Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. And hit that like button. So let's get into it. So Wanted Dead officially came out yesterday, and if you know me, I like those mid-tier kind of AA games, especially if it's super action-packed type games. Shadow Warrior and Evil West, huge fans of those games. Those were actually some of my favorite games from 2022. I know, it's just, I like those straightforward action games, some of them Japanese style. Some don't even have like the greatest story, but the story is just there to supplement the gameplay. But the gameplay is absolute key here, and it appears that Wanted Dead seems to be that game, and it doesn't appear to be hitting with the critics at all. It's sitting at a 59 over on Metacritic, and it's being torn to shred. It's a total of 3 positive, 13 mixed, and 4 negative. The highest rating is on Gaming Nexus, and it says, it's without a doubt that Wanted Dead is oozing with style and glamour thanks to its immaculate art direction and addictive hybrid combat system. The cherries on top are the included shmup, claw machine, and karaoke mini games that simply add more drip to the overall experience. We don't get enough games like these nowadays, and I'm all for it. Unfortunately, these are just a ton of technical performance issues at launch that need to be addressed immediately. Now, that's more where I might lean, because like they said, we need more games like this. Everything doesn't have to be this huge spectacle. Legend of Zelda, Horizon, God of War, Halo, all of that. We need more hi-fi rushes, games that are smaller, and then they put appreciation into the art of it. Why we play games. Gameplay is king, no matter how you do it. If you sitting there playing an FMV game, that's a gameplay. You're picking and you're making choices and stuff like that. If you playing any of those Telltale games, the choices you make is gameplay. You know, it's key. And I did an unboxing, and I hope y'all really enjoyed that. But I'll be playing some of it and really enjoying it. So, you know, hopefully I can make it all the way to the end. Hopefully it doesn't really get stagnant in the middle there, but hopefully I can get through it and finish it and give you an official review, because I'm going to be doing more of those on the channel. I'm actually kind of having fun with those. And in fact, if you like my reviews, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if those are your vibe. But if Wanted Dead is your vibe, let me know in the comments down below. Next up, I want to highlight a game that, just specifically this game, because it seems both awesome and really hilarious. A game that was announced yesterday called Romancevania. Yes, you heard that right, Romancevania. Romancevania is basically a Castlevania / dating sim kind of game, and it looks very funny. So it's actually made by the Deep End Games, and it says, this Valentine's Day, make sure to save the date. Romancevania is launching March 7th on Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series XS. Bro, this game looks hilarious. The gameplay actually looks fire, like when you, in the moment-to-moment, the action and the boss battles and stuff like that. But some of the characters in this game is key, and you're basically playing, I want to say, as Dracula, and everybody's trying to win your heart in like a competition or something like that. And but what's funny is that the characters, right? You have what you would say, maybe for lack of a better term, a busty pumpkin witch. Yeah, and in fact, if that's not her name, I don't think it'll be as funny, but she's a character in the game, and everybody's trying to win your heart over in the end, and this is really hilarious. I'm not into dating sims, but the gameplay, like on the Castlevania like side, looks really good. I hope to hear more about it. I'm going to see what the coverage is about as this approaches, but if any of this is your vibe, let me know down in the comments below. Next up, let's talk about Sony making a wireless earbud for the PS5. And what I'd be really interesting, and this is an exclusive coming to you from Insider Gaming, and it says, Insider Gaming sources have revealed that Sony is developing wireless earbuds and a new wireless headset for the PS5, both of which are scheduled to release towards the end of fiscal year 2023. which is April 2023 to March 2024. Now that'd be actually really interesting, but it also says the earbuds named Project Nomad will have an approximate battery life of around 5 hours, which is almost identical to Apple's AirPods, but slightly less than Sony's WF-1000XM3's. They gotta come up with a better name for that. It has a 6-hour battery life. Of course, just like almost all wireless earbuds on the market, the Nomad will come with a charging case that can be charged via USB-C cable to the PlayStation 5. In addition, the same connection method will be used for the wireless earbud updates on the PS5. Okay, give us more peripherals and more headphones and earbuds, whatever, because we are living in the era of earbuds. Remember when we was watching movies and like sci-fi movies and stuff back in the day when dudes would just be touching their ears even though it didn't look like nothing was there, or they have this little black dot? We've officially reached that point now, and why not have it on our PS5? Why not have it for our phones, you know? And what if this one that works on the PS5 automatically can also sync with your cell phone, smartphone? I sound old, don't I? But it just directly links to your smartphone as well, just like the gold headset, the headset that came out when the PS5 came out, which I also love and I game with almost all the time. And it's actually really interesting. So let me know what you think about this being a possible thing down in the comments below. Let's talk about God of War. And before I get into this, I'm going to let you know that there is spoilers for both God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. So maybe skip about 2 minutes into the future of this video, skip 2 minutes further into the video if you don't want any spoilers. But this is actually this is pretty interesting. I want to talk about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. So if spoilers, last warning, I'll give you 3 seconds and then I will just get into it. So God of War Ragnarok, Kratos had a different fate in the very beginning of the game, and they planned on just basically kind of killing him off. He was gonna die, but then it wasn't going to be a permanent death. But I'm just gonna read it straight from the source. And speaking to MinMax via VGC, Matt Sophos was asked about the end of 2018 God of War title, in which Kratos sees a mural that shows his death, suggesting a prophecy that could happen in the next game. And then he says, there was the earliest draft of an outline that we had come up with that we took to director Eric Williams, Sophos replied, revealing that in this draft, Kratos died in the Thor fight at the very beginning of the game. And I'm wondering how the rest of the game would have played out had they gone with that. But then it says, he continued, and so he was going to die, and then it was a permanent death. What was going to happen, he said, and I can say that, and I don't care, we can tell this because it doesn't happen anymore, so this is all fan fiction at this point. He would get pulled out of hell essentially by Atreus. But now it's been like 20 years have passed. It was going to be a big time jump thing, so that was a verse of it. Yo, that'd have been different because I kind of was like, I remember like just trying to predict what was going to happen in Ragnarok. And I figured like maybe halfway through the game, Kratos would die, and in the third game in the franchise, Atreus would basically just be the lead, and maybe he has somebody with him. And basically, after playing Ragnarok, maybe Angrboda in the third one. But this would have been different. People would have been pissed. You think if you played The Last of Us 2, and I won't spoil that game for the sake of The Last of Us 2, that big thing that happened, that pissed everybody off, that would have been the same thing here. And honestly, I'm wondering if they kind of saw that. I know that they were kind of released kind of close to each other because The Last of Us Part 2 only came out, 2 years ago at this point? But they thought like, nah, I don't think people will receive that well. And like, you're not playing as Kratos for most of the game. Even though Kratos has died in other games, he's gone to hell in other games. And like, even the third one, like you fight Hades and everything like that. And then I think with Kratos kind of kills himself when he stabs himself with the Sword of Olympus. And but here we are, Kratos, there he is again. So this would have been really interesting. I'm glad they didn't go with this because God of War Ragnarok was a masterpiece, and I can't wait to see what the next one is going to be, especially with the events that happen in Ragnarok. That's crazy, the story, I can't imagine. But what do you think about this? Is any of this your vibe? Let me know down in the comments below. So I've been thinking, right, whether that's active acquisition I always trip over Activision acquisition, but whether this acquisition goes through or not, I think it might be a good look on the side of Microsoft, specifically the Xbox side, because think about this, right? People are hearing more about Xbox. Xbox is in the news basically every day at this point, and it's becoming really, really interesting. And every time Xbox has done their best to make sure they end up looking good every time they have a chance to express themselves, because more eyes are on Xbox right now. I'm like, whoa, they trying to buy the people that own Call of Duty. I'm wondering what's going on. But then every time they release a statement, they do their best to make themselves look good. They talk about they're trying to compete. They talk about they're actually trying to help developers and creators with their new game. And here it is with a new statement when they expounding on the fact that Game Pass cannibalizes game sales. And so they spoke to a spokesperson over at Xbox, and they said, we're focused on helping game creators of all sizes maximize the total financial value they receive through Game Pass. A Microsoft spokesperson said, each game is unique, so we work closely with creators to build a custom program to reflect with what they need, ensure they are compensated financially for their participation in the service, and allow room for creativity and innovation. As a result, the number of developers interested in working with Game Pass continues to grow. Xbox Game Pass offers gamers and game creators more choice and opportunity in how they discover, experience, and deliver games. For gamers, that means providing another option for them to discover games and play with friends at a great value. For developers, that means creating another option for how they monetize their games. I can't argue with none of that, because I'm a huge fan of Game Pass. People be like, I just got an Xbox, what should I buy? Game Pass, that's all you need, baby. You got some games that you like and you want to buy it physically? Absolutely. But some of them might be on Game Pass and you can check them out to see if you like them. Go play it, beat it, then go buy it, keep it on Game Pass. I fully support Game Pass because I know it helps people, right? So it's a lot of games, I've said this plenty of times, it's a lot of games that are on Game Pass that I would have never touched. And I played, I'm like, this ain't so bad, but I'll play it for like 5 to 6 to 7, sometimes 10 hours, and then never pick it up again, but I'll definitely recommend it. Young Souls? That game is fire. Didn't finish it, played a good portion of it, but it was fire. And it was like a side-scrolling Dark Souls, Diablo-like art style where you play as 2 kids and y'all fighting like goblins and stuff underground. It was very unique and very interesting. And in fact, if it wasn't for Game Pass, there would be no PS Plus Extra and Premium tiers. PlayStation Plus was the same thing as Xbox Gold. In fact, Xbox innovates and then PlayStation follows. Let's just talk about that, right? Xbox came out with Xbox Live Gold. PlayStation came out with PlayStation Plus. They said, y'all giving out free games a month? We gonna do it. Now, has PlayStation been better at it? Yep. But now that they got their Game Pass like tier and extra and premium, they still ain't competing with Game Pass because they ain't putting games day one on there because they don't have to. But Xbox does because they're trying to get out there. So that also helps them look really, really good. Game Pass is continually the best value in gaming. I don't see why any other people don't see it. Alright, thank y'all so much for coming through and checking out the video. Let me know if any of this news that I spoke to you about today is your vibe. Xbox Game Pass, helping out developers. Possible Sony earbuds coming out in this game called Romancevania. Let me know if any of this is your vibe. But before you go, if you are new here, hit that red subscribe button and then turn on that notification bell because I post Monday to Friday every day, 9 a.m. helping you start your work day, bringing you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today, and hit that like button on your way out. And if you disagree with anything that you heard me speak about here today, holla at your boy in the comments. Once again, thank y'all so much for watching, and this video is finito.